big implications in the second heat of the day. Kanoa Igarashi up against Rio Waida. And when we talk about those implications, we'll get into that, but Kanoa Igarashi can definitely sew up a spot. Waida got this first wave to start off the heat, and a misfire for...
And then very dicey heat right there, but gets the win, so congratulations to him.
Igarashi. I'm sorry, this is Rio Waida under Kanoa's priority. So that's going to be a better score for Rio. Rio being sneaky under the priority of Kanoa Igarashi.
Inside on the reef, the inside ledge. You see that technique where he's leaning forward, and especially in that situation where you know you're behind in the section, it's always good to lean forward. It'll help you to keep that momentum going down into the channel. See how small he gets, goes over the foam ball. Didn't have the cleanest of exits. You would have loved to have that thing stay way more open, but a pretty technical barrel ride, especially since how deep he was. You know, he's disappeared from view from the judges on that straight-on angle, goes over the foam ball. It's just right there at clamshells, and that's unfortunate because if you want to have it be nice and open, that's what we see here generally in these types of conditions. We see it, it'll clean up, and then all of a sudden it'll get a little wild again. But ultimately, you want to be able to have that heat that's going to have that half hour of just pumping surf. And you wouldn't notice it actually sitting in the lineup unless you're looking at your lineups, you know, and seeing that you're drifting.
All right, well, strategy change for Kanoa. Under priority is just going to have to go to turns here. A couple of hooking backhand turns for Igarashi. Just wants to get a number on the board under priority.
It'll be an interesting one, considering that you saw Rio's barrel, and this will be in comparison to what turns are. Watching this one up on the point. A little quick eject there for Kanoa.
Yeah, just a leash test for Kanoa Igarashi.
But there, he's moving in on the inside ledge of the reef, right? And there is going to be some hollow sections in there. You know, maybe not the major set waves, but again, critical sections. So if you can find a hollow one in there, I'm trying to think of you know, any moment that I've called heats here and seen anybody get a score up there. I've seen people paddle up there for sure.
Yeah,
but I haven't really seen a score yet.
Rio Waida, and Rio coming into form right now, so finds another barrel. He's going to get rid of the fractional score he has in his two-wave score line and apply more pressure to Igarashi. Igarashi now with priority at the 21-minute mark.
It starts off small, and he knows it's going to grow a little bit, and so he stalls and holds in the wall just like you want to do to maximize barrel time. But look how small it is at first, and then it just opens up right there. Identifying that pre-taking off and understanding that that was like, oh, this could have an opportunity. You see the little wedge, and he's got to pull in tight, does that. And so this is technical barrel riding. I mean, literally in challenging conditions like this, that was awesome to be able to line that one up. There was only one moment that wave barreled right there, quickly in it, and he maximized the moment there, and then this wave, no more hollow sections after that.
The Rip Curl WSL Finals. A lot of waves happened during that interview. This was a 6-point ride and the comeback for Kanoa Igarashi. Pete?
Yeah, added an extra half pint over Rio Waida's, and look at that, the little pump. That was a subtle little movement that gave him the extra speed. Also saw Rio, this nice comparison, a little different. He stalls himself. A little more intense wave for Kanoa Igarashi as well. But love the fact that they're into a little tube duel here.
This was a 4.57 for Rio Waida. This keeps Waida in the lead. Kanoa Igarashi with priority. Rio just up and out. Another interesting thing about this matchup is both surfers, Rio and Kanoa, both going to the same board manufacturer for their equipment, both on Sharp Eye surfboard.
Good, there's still some time, 4.5 minutes. You'd feel like there's going to be an opportunity, but is it a number of the 4:07? I think that's really the call.
And you can see the sectiony nature of the wave.
Sometimes that could play in, but look at this.
Under the ledge, Rio Waida, draining barrel here, spit, and he gets caught up in there. However, incomplete.
Crazy.
Wow.
And there you go. That's an example of exactly that. I mean, that was the biggest set we've seen in the two heats.
Oh.
And out of position. Both surfers out of position, and unfortunate for Kanoa. Bows out here.
Heartbreak. Rio Waida moves to the round of 6.